Hey, what's that? All right, good morning, good morning, good morning. Over on YouTube, over on Twitch, over on Facebook. It's good to see you. It is Thursday, April 29th, 2021, and we are about to get ready live with the market here. Opens in 3 minutes. Let's take a look and see where we're going to end up. Oops. On the wrong screen, maybe. All right. S&P, we're going to be green on everything. S&P 500 is looking to open up over 30 points. The NASDAQ is looking to open up 153 to the positive side. And the Dow Jones is looking to open up 158. So it is going to be a banner day. Let me close the extended hours here and scrunch this. So it looks like we're looking pretty good. Oil bounced up big time again, 65.32. That's going to be huge for Exxonmobil and Chevron. Exxonmobil reports tomorrow. We had a lot of earnings reported. Yesterday you had Apple report. Apple blew out their earnings and they're looking really good on the open. I actually took 200 shares in the aftermarket yesterday, and so I'm in with 200 shares of Apple at 133.83. Is that right? Hold on a second. $138. So I'm down a little bit on those right now, but we'll see where those end up going on today. All right, AMC is looking to open up plus 19 cents. And let's go down to 30 seconds. Well, we can leave the 3 minute up. You have GameStop looking to open up down $1.55. Coinbase looking to open up up 95 cents. GameStop, sorry about that. Yeah, down $1.30. Palantir 23.85. They are looking to open up plus 7 cents, 23.91 or so. Tesla looking to open up plus 5.60. ExxonMobil looking to, we are now open. It is up 86 cents, up to almost $59 a share. So 58.95. So that's looking pretty good too. So right now we have the Dow up 166, NASDAQ, our S&P is up 33. So let's take a look at those. The Dow up 180. S&P up 34. NASDAQ up 159. So looking like a huge open here. That's going to bode well for just about everything. I'm waiting for the options market to open on ExxonMobil, see where I'm at on that. Apple, let's take a look at that, up 334 to 136.90, but pretty much flat on the pre-market compared to the run-up they had. They blew out their earnings yesterday, so they did really well on earnings. Economic calendar today. Jobless claims came in a little bit higher, 553,000 versus 528, so that came in a little bit higher. The GDP came in a little bit lower, 6.4% versus 6.5 expected. In a half an hour, we'll get a pending home sales index for March. They're looking at 5.4. We'll see where that one is going to end up. And let's take a look at let's see what else here. We got the fear and greed index, 59 yesterday. Today's 61. Gas prices, $2.88.9. California, $4.01, highest gas in the country. And let's get into earnings. All right, so we had Nokia with a beat, Domino's with a beat. Still waiting on Overstock apparently. Oh no, Overstock beat. 6 cents, came in at 56 cents. So huge surprise on Overstock. McDonald's beat. Royal Caribbean missed their earnings. Actually, they didn't. They were looking for a loss of 454, came in at 444. So surprise on that, but growth obviously is going to be a little bit of an issue. MasterCard, they beat. Caterpillar, they beat. Kraft Heinz beat. Bristol Myers Squibb beat. Dish Network, Merck all beat Altria. MO, looks like they beat, but barely. 2.9% beat. Comcast beat. Northrop Grumman beat. Let's see what else we got down in here. So definitely a huge earnings day today. A little bit more than yesterday, as a matter of fact. So that looks pretty good for the market overall. We'll get the S&P 500 heat map in a little while here. That'll be at 15 minutes before the hour, where that will pop up. And so appreciate that. And let's get into where are we at here? All right, so let's go down to a 30-second chart here. Apple's selling off here. And again, they had some fantastic earnings. Hey, guess what? All those Exxonmobils that I was down like $4,000 on, I'm now positive by $600. So those are now worth, those are up, how much are those up today? Those are up 3,400 on the pop with oil. So again, you got oil up to $1.43 higher, up to 65.28. That's on the light crude. UK oil is up $1.76 to 68.76. So what that means is companies like Chevron is up $1.50, and Exxonmobil, and both Exxonmobil and wow, look at that, I might hit 60 today. Exxonmobil and Chevron both report tomorrow. So I've got to decide if I'm going to hold on to those bad boys or roll them out to another date. The $60 calls don't expire until May 7th, so we'll see on that. Palantir up 16 cents. I did sell my Palantir options. I was a little worried, hesitant last night going into the Biden speech, so I did get rid of those. I got rid of 500 shares of Palantir. Still hold 500 shares of Palantir, so those are still profitable. With a cost basis down to 23. What is that? 23.93 for a cost basis. So those are looking good as well. Coinbase, hey, look at that, 299.47. What are they going to run up to? 300. They did come out, and I forget who it was. Was it Kramer said that he agreed with? He said Coinbase is the alternative or the proxy that people will buy into instead of buying cryptocurrency directly. So they see the stock at $600 a share. They don't report their earnings until June or May 13th. Yeah, May 13th, and expected 297 estimate. So they're going to make some bank here. We've got Ethereum doing very well again. Got up to 28.48 in the after hour, or in the pre-market here. Jumped up quite a bit, so we're basically at 52-week highs on that. Bitcoin is up to 53,878. That's going to bode well for my miners. Let's see how those guys are doing this morning. Checking on them right quick. These are my Ethereum miners. And 1398, a little bit below 1.4. I've got $668 built up in that, and I get a payout over the next day. Go to the calculator. I'm making $35.68 a month. $35.68 minus $865 for electricity is $27.03. $865 divided by $27.03. So I'm operating today at a 68% profit margin. So even though I'm only earning 1.28 ETH per month, I'm still making 68% profit, bringing in $2,800 a month on that. It was up to like $5,000 at one point. It was up to $6,000 a month. Again, I've not bought any additional graphic cards for my workers since January. I don't plan on buying any more. I have 36 of them mining Ethereum across 7 different computers, and so those are doing pretty good. So we'll close that out. You got to worry about that. Let's look at Apple, 135.42. I might pick up some more Apple here. Let's see. Okay. Exxonmobil pulling back just a little here. AMD bouncing back a little bit off of their fall off yesterday. Again, super flat day yesterday, and then of course the S&P closed with a new high. Let's take a look at those. Let's do precious metals first. All right, gold down $12.98 to $17.68. Palladium up $27.50 to $29.58. Really wants to get up to that 3,000 level. Hit $29.79.50, which was a new 52-week high a little while ago this morning, about a half hour or so ago. Platinum still hanging out above 1,200. It likes, like I said, I think it likes that $1,200 level. And silver, high-low silver away, down 13 cents. Silver is down. There's the chart. All right, so we got the Dow Jones Industrial Average. Oop, let me put this on auto. Sorry about that. Up 138 on the day, pulling back just a little bit. That's okay. NASDAQ pulled back as well. Still up 115 on the day. And the S&P up 30, with the VIX down 0.2 to 17.1. Did y'all listen to Biden's speech last night? I did. He didn't say much. It was kind of a boring speech, which, don't get me wrong, I'll take a boring speech from him. So he didn't bring out anything new. He did talk about 4 years of free school, meaning 3 and 4 year old free preschool, 2 years of community college will be free for everybody if it passes. And then of course he talked about unions and infrastructure and unions and how you don't need a college degree. Well, if you don't need a college degree, if you're going to push all this infrastructure and talk about the fact that you don't need a college degree, why are you giving away community college? Because he's paying back his base. He's paying back the people that took care of the election for him. We'll just call it that. Otherwise, we'll get video taken down if you mention the word. All right, AMC is up 10 cents to $10.95. Looks like it's going to shape up for a battle of $11, maybe. All right, let's see. What do we got going on here? Take a look at some Apple. Could that be a bounce? Why it's given okay, just bought 200 more shares of Exxon, or not Exxonmobil, 200 more shares of Apple. So we have 53,000 shares of Apple, or $53,000 of Apple right now. 400 shares. And we'll see if we can scalp some of this. All right, how's my buddy Palantir doing? Down 2 cents. All right, so that's good. So again, I sold all of my Palantir May 21st $24 options yesterday. And matter of fact, let's take a look at those. And let me see the options chain. And let's see what those are running at here for May 21st. And $24 are at $1.35. What do I sell them at? Sold them at $1.33, and they're at $1.32 now. So again, I walked away with I don't know, $2,300 on those things. Should have sold them before, but I'm glad I sold them because it's dropping down. I still have 500 shares of Palantir, which are now negative by $85. I have no more options on Palantir. As we take a look at the S&P here. Oops. VIX 17.1, but rising. Apple 135.20. Might have been a bottom there on Apple. I hope we caught it. Nothing yet there. And so we just bought 200 of Apple at 134.70. So 200 shares of Apple, 134.70. Exxonmobil, 59.29 now, up $1.17. Did get up to 59.47. Again, I've been into this oil play for a while now. Back during the pandemic, as it recovered and rode U.S. oil to some decent profits, and I sold all my U.S. oil, and I believe I sold them for right lower than where U.S. oil is at right now. So I believe that if I would have held them, I would have been profitable. But I'm in Exxonmobil, and so I'm making money on Exxonmobil. As oil tops $65 a barrel now, got up to 65.45 a little earlier when I was looking at it before the open. Oops. And again, Exxonmobil reports earnings tomorrow. Tomorrow. All right, let's see here. Apple pulling back. Coinbase 299.80. They'll probably, the high on the day is 300. They're just slamming that thing down. Anytime it hits 300, they're pushing it back down. You might even say it's purposeful. I think it will. All right. So what did Biden talk about last night? He talked about capital gains. He didn't go into any details. He basically talked about police reform. Talked about how the vaccines, didn't give any credit to the prior administration on the vaccines, and basically said there would be 100 million by 100 days if we did 220 million by 100 days, which I think is today's his 100th day or something. Should give credit where credit's due. He thanked everybody in Congress for pushing through the vaccines. Pretty sure it was Pfizer, Moderna, and Johnson & Johnson with the egging on of the government and the prior administration to push the vaccines and throw money at them to get that thing solved, and they did it. So I think that the fact that over half of all the population has at least their first shot, I think he should have given credit where credit was due, but that's not who he is, so he's not going to do that. Still like Coinbase. I'm not going to scalp any of that. Apple, I might. 134.70, 200 shares of Apple. I'd be doing a little bit better today, actually. In the post market yesterday, that thing hit. Let me go 3-minute chart here. Oh, where are we at here? Got all the way up on a wick to 139.49. And came back down, settled down in the post market. Finished up 136, jumped up in the pre-market to 137. Right around there, 137.81, somewhere around that. And that's pretty much what it opened at. 137.07 is where it opened, and then it came down from there. Looked like it's trying to form a bounce here. So I got in over here on this third candle here. 134.70 is where I bought. And it's trying to figure out if this is going to be a bottom or not, or if it's going to head down a little bit further. So 28 million shares traded, so volume is good. 28 million shares traded out of 83.6 million average 10-day. Turn that down a little bit for me. I woke up with a headache this morning. Took a couple ibuprofen. Must have been the speech last night. How's Boeing doing? Boeing is bouncing. 3-minute chart. So let's take a look at sectors on the S&P. Again, we looked at this yesterday and we said, yeah, it's 235, 235, 235. Ran up in the pre-market, got up to 238. Now back down to 235. All right, let's check the heat map. Everything in the green, just about. MasterCard down 1.97%, Visa up, Apple up, Microsoft up. All the chip makers are up. Nvidia, Intel, AMD, Texas Instruments, Micron, Qualcomm, Avgo. Google, Facebook up, Amazon up, Tesla up, barely. General Motors down 2%, Ford down 6%. Ford came out with their earnings yesterday. Came out with good earnings, but they said that that chip factory that burned in Japan was the one primarily responsible for their chips. And so they think it's going to hit them like $2.6 billion to their bottom line negative in the second quarter due to the chip shortage. That also means they're not going to be offering any rebates or anything like that either. This is the lowest amount of inventory automakers have had in a long time. They've only got like 30 days of inventory. So that's a problem for them. It's a problem for GM as well. And so Ford is getting hit pretty good with that. Again, all the energy is up. Consumer defensive is up. All of your aerospace and defense stocks are up. All of your airlines are up. Let's take a look at Ford. And we're getting a bounce off of them too, huh? Let's see here. Global EV sales accelerating, but government help needed. Why? Here we go. All right. Ford says chip shortage to have their Q2 vehicle output, but could ease this summer. So Jim Farley is the CEO. Great guy. He says there are more whitewater moments ahead for us that we have to navigate. The semiconductor shortage, I'm right here. Semiconductor shortage and the impact to production will get worse before it gets better. In fact, we believe our second quarter will be the trough for this year. So consensus was 21 cents. They beat that with 81 cents a share, mainly because they don't have to give any discounts because they can't carry the inventory. And you had the launch of the Mustang Mach-E, which is fantastic, biting right into Tesla. Chief Financial Officer John Lawler said Ford's outlook was driven largely by a factory fire suffered by a Japanese chip maker, Renesas 6273. That was back in March. Flow of chips, or in February, I forget. The flow of chips is expected to be restored in July, but the global shortage of automotive semiconductors may not be fully resolved until next year. Net income of $3.3 billion was the best since 2011. Adjusted pre-tax profit was a record $4.8 billion, including $900 million non-cash gain on investment in Rivian, the electric vehicle startup. Ford lost $2 billion in the first quarter of 2020. So they lost $2 billion in the first quarter of 2020, but they gained $3.3 billion this quarter. Again, this is the Mustang, the F-150, going semi-autonomous this summer. Let's see. Ford dealers were able to command higher prices because of chip-induced shortages of popular models, such as the best-selling F-150 pickup. Liberty. Leave it. Lawler said Ford in the future may stick with leaner inventories of F-150 and other models because it's a better way to run our business. So, they've been known for having, a ton of vehicles on the lot. You have the ability to just go there, show up, and pick one out. And now they're saying that in the future, this is big. Said Ford in the future may stick with leaner inventories of F-150 and other models because it's a better way to run our business. Again, when you got everybody clamoring to buy a vehicle and there's not that many, you don't have to give discounts. That made their revenue go boom. So they might be, and again, Jim Farley got a new CEO, right? Less than a year. Revenue up in Europe 13% to $7.1 billion. Look at this. Revenue climbed 39% to $800 million in China, where Ford narrowed its loss to $15 million compared with a loss of $241 million a year earlier. So, might be. Hey, what's up? Why are you barking? Did you find your barker? You found your barker? Apparently she hears something outside maybe. We'll check the cameras. All right, so 1121 down. They're almost down 10%. Yeah, there's nobody. I don't know why she's barking. Thanks, Will. All right. You gonna let her OUT? Oh, she probably has to go. All right, thanks. All right, my son thankfully took the dog, heard her barking while I'm streaming, so that was nice of him to do so. I don't know what she's barking at. There's nothing outside going on. Wait. Are those the black helicopters coming after me for calling Biden an idiot? Or other people idiots? Maybe. All right, Chevron up 233. Apple up 72 cents, 134.31. So further drop on them. Coinbase down 62 cents now. Palantir down 44 cents. A little bit of a pullback here, folks. So VIX jumping up big time here. 17.5. Well, not big time, but if you look at where we were on the open, which is right here, we're up 0.5 since the market opened. Oh, not 0.5. Where are we at? We're 630. There we go. We're up 0.4 on the VIX, and the S&P is pulled back. But we're still up, though. Look at this. Dow is up. Shoot. I hate when I do that. Back over here. Come down here. Dow Jones up 143. NASDAQ up 59 only now. We're up 170. And some S&P up 24. So could just be some people taking profits. That's certainly doable there. Dare I buy back some more Palantir calls for May 21st? Let's see what they're at. I still like that date because it rides into earnings. May 21st. $24 calls are at $1.16. I sold those at $1.34. What did I sell those at? Yeah, I sold them at $1.34 yesterday. So $1.34. We're at $1.16, $1.17. Take another shot. Not for the May 7th. Hold on. May 21st. On the wrong screen. Going up. You're $1.38. Oh no, that's the 23.50s. Here we go. Yeah, $1.15 by $1.16. So $1.15 by $1.16. May 21st. Might look at a bottom here and maybe take another stab at these. Our cost basis before was 86 cents. Sold them at $1.34. 1.34 minus 0.86. So that's 48 cents an option. What do we have? 95 of them times 9,500 shares. So I made $4,560 on those things. So I made $4,500 on the options. I sold them yesterday. The main reason I sold them, I did not know Palantir was going to go down today. And with the market doing what it's doing, I wouldn't have expected it to go down. But the main reason I sold them was because of the Biden speech last night. I thought there would be more details, but apparently they've done a good job of leaking what was going to be in these plans. So that's why it's where it's at. I'll be back in 1 second. All right, S&P up 24. We can do this here. Leave the VIX up. So the VIX up to 17.6 now. Dow Jones Industrial Average up 115. NASDAQ up 50. S&P up 22. Palantir. Apple 134.04. So I had a side bet yesterday. I owe somebody a 6-pack of beer. All right. So I guess the mistake that I made with Palantir was right at the close of the aftermarket last night. I sold 500 shares at 23.87. So 23.87, I sold 500 shares. I still have 500 shares. $133.84. Oh. Nice, thank you. They said they put in an Apple order at $133.84. That's why it's dipping to fill their order. Actually, that would have been a good spot. $133.84. It got down to $133.87. I like the stonk. All right, back to Palantir though. I want to get back into these options. I want to own them again. And again, I'm looking at the May 21st $1.24s or at $1.15. or sorry, May 21st, $24 calls are $1.16. Now they're $1.18. Now they're $1.17. A lot of volume on that thing today. I got out at 134. All right, let's see here. Just watching. Still didn't buy them. Oh, what was that? It didn't even pull up the story. It linked right to it. That's messed up. Yeah, it goes right to a link. Thanks, TradingView. Should be able to just do this and the story should come up and not take you directly to a link. I think this is an ad. Maybe that's what this is. Right here. Show me that that's an ad. So they're putting ads in their news now? That's jacked up. Oh, big dump there. Alright, still waiting now. Oops, down, down, down. 112. Exxonmobil pulled back too, 58.92, up 80 cents. They dumped a little bit. Still up though on my options for the day. Might not be up overall though, but I'm looking at this one here. I should have got it 115. All right. Let's see if that fills. Okay, and I'm filled. All right, so I just bought 30 call options at 116. Right? Yeah, 116. So 30 call options for the May 21st, $24 call on Palantir. Again, they report earnings on May 11th. So I bought back into the options that I took on a profit yesterday. This might only be a day trade. The fact that the market's pulled back, I'll tell you why I did it. The fact that the market is pulled back, looks like we're getting into a little bit of a consolidation phase here. The Dow Jones, the VIX is on the bottom. VIX is at 17.6. Looks like it peaked out from where it was yesterday. It's right about the same range. It's just a little bit higher, 17.6, but it's up 0.3. So, but since the market opened, it's up 0.5. So Dow is now up 92. Looks like it might be starting to turn a little bit. Nasdaq 53, small little bump here, a little bit of support, and the S&P, a little bit of a support, little bit of support. Boeing, ooh, 234 on Boeing. Nope, not doing it. I'm already into a couple things here. All right, so there's a little bit of a jump there on it. So hey, my option's profitable. might be a scalp. We'll see. I'm up $70 on it. Or no, I'm not. Where we at? Up $3 on it. My Exxonmobil options are now negative again by $700, but I'm up $1,600 on them. Let's see here. All right, what's Apple doing? 134.22. So it looks like everything's starting to just form a base, right? All right, it's been about 15 minutes since that dump, so let's take a look at the S&P heat map. Again, everything's still up. You got Walmart up, Costco up, Target up, McDonald's up, Starbucks recovering off of their earnings beat, Nike up because they went down a little bit, Chipotle down a little bit. Mondelez did really well. They beat the crap out of their earnings. I had bought them last year for a dividend play, down 29 cents, but 61.87 is their high. If you look at where they've come from, look at this. Look at this chart. That's from well, that's from March, but let's go to a weekly. Check this out. Look at that. From the lows, and I think I wrote it from here. I forget where's the divvy at? September? Yeah, I think I did this dividend play. I waited and sold it like a week or so later at a profit. I think I got like $600 on the dividend and made like $300 on the stock, maybe a $900 gain just to ride the dividend on it, which usually comes. They let 29 March paid a dividend, so missed that one. But their dividend 32 cents, so that was a pretty good one there. Again, we took the Rocket dividend. We played this one and made some bank on it because they paid a special dividend of $1.11. Look at that. There are no dividends. They paid a special one to get rid of the shorts to make them sell, and it kind of worked. But 22.74. We again with increasing rates, although rates are trading down right now. Actually, they're up 6 cents on the 10-year, 1.679, 2.347 on the 30-year. But if you look at a daily chart, got a little bit of a pullback on the 30-year, and more importantly, a little bit of a pullback in yield on the 10-year, where it got up to 1.77, and we're at 1.68 right now. Where are we at here? Oh, nice. All right, so Apple, what are you doing? Yep. Yeah, that's going to be a good one. Anywhere in this range, I mean, it's Apple. So I like it. It's not going to give a buy signal on the 3-minute yet. Matter of fact, that's going to look ugly, right? But where's the base at? Are we consolidating maybe for an up leg here? Need the VIX to pull back a little bit. If we're going to get any kind of jump, maybe not to where we were on the open, right? But this needs to come down just a little bit. Although 17.5 is so historically low. Check this out. If I go to a weekly, look at this on the VIX. Crazy low. We used to be down in the 11s for a long time. 17, 18, 2019 up a little bit into the 12s. 19s into the 13s. And then boom, March of last year, right? And then slow decline back down. So it's got to find its mean average again. But remember, keep in mind, as far as the overall market goes, people are greedy. They're into the greed mode again. 59 yesterday, 61 today. So I'd like to see this thing, come down a little bit. Take that back to a 30-second live view. And let's get it lined up a little bit better here too. There we go. Now the stars are aligned. Look at that. Like, because the VIX opens up, when pre-market opens up, it's not going to match up the times until the day starts, and then you just do your best to line them up after it goes, as long as I don't mess with it. The problem is I've been messing with this one. So there you go. Let's go into 3-chart default. Yeah, fine. Don't care about that. Sorry about the lag. My new laptop comes today, but I don't know if I'll have it ready and set up to start streaming with it tomorrow. We'll see. But it will be mining tonight, so I will have rig number 8 set up. And if I get that set up, all right. Here's what I'll do. I will set up all the streaming stuff first, and then I'll turn the miner on. And I want to let it run overnight and see what that does to profitability tomorrow morning. So we'll see. I don't know what time it's coming today. I got one delivery yesterday of something, and it was by FedEx, and it was both shipped from the same company, B&H Photo out of New York, and they both showed up at FedEx yesterday morning at 6:57 a.m. Yet the one that was scheduled for delivery today, because it's on a FedEx Saver, because I didn't want to pay for shipping, they delivered the one last night about 7 o'clock or so, and then or no, maybe a little bit before that, but they didn't deliver the other one. So go figure. Boy, my calls aren't working out, are they? What are they at now? $1.12. What did I have? I had 95 before. So another 3,400 would be. So we're at 114. I got filled at 116 before. They should be a little bit lower than this right now. These options. I mean, I don't want them to be lower. I better hold off. All right, 134.17 on Apple. Again, just forming a base in here, right? My Bitcoin go up to. So again, I'm getting a payout. I think, what did it say in a day, right? Tomorrow? Do I get a payout? Oh, I already closed it. Hold on. So tomorrow, when we look at my mining software, there we go, back up to 1402. See, it varies. It was 1398 last time I looked at this. You will see mining rig, mining R8 down here tomorrow if I get it all set up. Takes a little bit of programming stuff to get it going, but we'll see. So I get payouts at 0.3 ETH on this wallet. So that's, I'm up to $669.06. I get a payout in a day, so usually in a day means a little bit less than 24 hours. So we'll see when I get that one. 1.3, that's up a little bit, 3606, so difficulty. So again, 2761. So again, even if the difficulty increases, here's the thing. Even if the difficulty of mining Ethereum increases, if the price increases, I still get paid. And again, these cards have been profitable since 2018. Matter of fact, the cards that I bought in January My return on investment, those turned profitable last month in March. So it didn't take too long for those because of the pricing I got them at before the huge run up. I paid just about retail for them. One of them I paid $200 less than retail. I got a 3090 for $1,800. And a 3090 now, let's see here. If I go to here and I go RTX 3090. And let's see here. Amazon, sure, we'll check Amazon. You go 3090. First you got to find one. Oh, there's one. Where we at? Not available though, so you still can't buy any. Available from these sellers. You ready? Watch this. Some guy's selling them for $4,500. Ridiculous. I got one for $1,800. I got two more for $2,300, and those also are ROI'd as well. So I have 3 RTX 3090s that are already profitable from when I bought them in December and January of this year to mine Ethereum. I've been mining since then. All right, so Palantir keeps dropping. I'm glad I sold those options. I'm glad I sold 500 shares because my shares are down $300. Options are at $1.10. But I see, I want to get some more, but why is, oh, I see what it did. It's creating a new window every time if I change the chart. Get that over here. VIX going up now, careful, 17.8. We might go negative here on the day. Dow is now up only 45. NASDAQ up 15. S&P up 16. Exxonmobil still up 77 cents. Palantir continue to drop. Apple continuing to drop here. New low on the day, almost 133.63. Yep, just hit a new low on the day. So those 200 shares I got into early. What did I get those at? 84? I don't remember. Oh, 134.70. I'm a dollar down. Dollar down. Still profitable on the day. Coinbase 296.78. Silver is Johnny, I'm not gonna, or Yanni, I forget what your name is, says silver is melting down right now. Let's see. Over there on YouTube. Thanks for the comment. Yeah, down 36 cents. Go to a 3-minute chart here. Yeah, it's dropped precipitously. Yeah, it's down 2% in about 15 minutes here. No, longer than that, a couple hours. Here, let's do it legit. Take this candle here, drop it to this one here. Yeah, we're down 2% in an hour and 20 minutes. It's down 2%. 25.80. But again, this thing is range bound. It's absolutely manipulated. It's been in this 23 to 28 range since October. Had a huge run up in January, right? And that matches what it did last August. It went higher. 52-week high got up to 30.09, and that was in February 1st, looks like. Yeah, February 1st. And it's pulled back, and every time it's tried to go back up again, it's been slammed down, up, down, up. Now we're settling in, possibly. You've got a lot of support at this level, this 25-26 level. It's been running this thing now since early March. If you look at PSLV, which is Sprott, now supposedly Sprott holds physical silver. They go out and buy it, and again, look at this volatility. You could literally play the volatility on this thing, but look at it today. Just take a look at this candle here. Down 1% in the last hour or so on Sprott, which is PSLV. I will not buy PSLV. I hold physical silver. I don't want to do it inside of an ETF and pay an expense fee for it. But if you like to trade it, PSLV, I guess there's some opportunities there. I prefer to hold the physical. So I have physical platinum, and which is now that even that's dipped down to below 1200 now. Something is lagging me here. Let's get some of these closed out. All right, gas prices, I'm going to close that out. Did we ever get the home ownership rate? Let's see here. Noted writer calls India's crisis a crime against humanity. Okay, we're sending them stuff, and everybody else is sending them stuff. All right, home ownership rate 65.6 for Q1, down a tenth. We're going to close that out. I'm going to close earnings out. I'm going to close the fear and greed out. Close that out and close that out. There we go. Microsoft now negative. Tesla barely up. MasterCard and PayPal down. Merck down. Amgen down. Bristol Myers Squibb down. CRM, Salesforce down. ServiceNow down. GM down 4%. Ford down 9%. Tesla up a little bit. McDonald's, Starbucks looking good. Energy still up 1.5%. Almost. It looks like Exxonmobil recovered, huh? Came back as oil 64.68, up 82 cents. That was 15 minutes old. So again, when I'm talking about this chart, be careful. See what I just did there? Oh, look, Exxonmobil up 1.5%. It's at $59. This is all delayed by 15 minutes, folks. Don't make any trade decisions based on this. This just gives you a sentiment by sectors. The only thing I use this for is a very quick glance at which sectors are doing what to look at plays possibly for the day. Okay. So you were looking at it when it was right here 15 minutes ago. 30-second chart. Let's remove the externals. We are almost 7:30 now. So now we're looking at today, the whole day. All right, Apple 134.22. Is that a bottom? Maybe. Palantir jumped up a little bit, came back, huh? What's that option? I'm gonna guess 112. Hey, I was right. 112. $1.12. Still have the 30 call options. I did not purchase any more, but I'm pretty profitable on the ones that I sold yesterday, so we're taking another run at it. I'd like to get some more, but I'm a little bit hesitant. All right, Dow up 46, NASDAQ up 31, S&P up 17. There's $1.11. All right, I just put an order in to get another 30 call options, $24 strike price, May 21st on Palantir. And those are probably going to fill here. And that's going to go down to $1.10. Now it's showing my order probably is the bid. $1.12. I might not get these. We'll leave that for a minute, see if it fills. There's a doji. Yep, and there's a jump. Arrgh. See if I can catch it. Boom. Come on. All right, so I have an order in for 30 more calls at a $1.12. I increased it a penny. And that's what the bid is at. And that just dropped. It should fill. There it is. Now it filled. All right, so I'm in for 30 more. And of course, it drops 2 cents right after that. And that's because I did it. That was me. That was all me. I buy something, drive the price down, so everybody else can buy it at a lower price. See, this is the stuff I do for you. All right. So back in those, roughly, that's going to bring my cost basis on those to 114. What that says? Yeah, 114. Okay, there's a little bit of a pop there. There we go. All right, what's Apple doing? Hanging out. Coinbase, $295 now, $5 off of its $300, huh? There's people trading that. They're shorting it. These are shorts coming in. Exxonmobil, 58.67. Again, it topped out almost $1 higher, 59.48 earlier today. My options on Exxonmobil are up today. They're up about $800, and those are the May 7th $60 call options that I have on them. Not just drop. S&P probably just dropped too, right? Yep, there's a drop there. So it looks like the market wants to head negative. Dow's up 19, S&P is up 14, NASDAQ is up 11. So basically giving back all of its gains from this morning. Just about every single gain that it had. it's given back. With Apple, 134.12. So you hear that ice? That's ice in there. That's from yesterday. That was yesterday about 6 o'clock. Ice cold. Contigo water bottles. Those are the ones you want with the auto seal. And basically the auto seal is just a little spout that you press the button to open it and get your drink. Otherwise, nothing comes out. The best water bottle I've ever owned. Hands down, case closed, the end. All right, let me see something here. Why does this notification keep coming up over there? I'll be fixed tomorrow. Oops, I didn't want to do that. That's what I want to look at. All right, so Exxonmobil reports earnings tomorrow. Cleared a second quarter dividend. This came out last night or yesterday. The identical dividend that they paid in quarter one of 2021, which was 87 cents. So they declared their second quarter dividend to be 81 cents. Let's see. So it looks like May 12th or so is when they gave it last year. Same time frame. It's been 87 cents since 2019. So they reported it, but they don't have a date on it yet. They just said it was going to be the same. Oh, here we go. So it's going to be paid out June 10th. Wow. Huh. X date is May 12th. So if you want to capture 87 cents of a dividend on Exxonmobil, they report earnings tomorrow. 87 cents per share. The ex-dividend date is May 12th. And that means you have to hold it through the record date. So May 12th means you got to buy it. I would buy it May 11th. Before May 11th. To capture that, it's going to go X on the 12th. So record date is probably going to be the 13th, which means you could sell it on the 14th of May and still get that payout on June 10th. So you have to hold it through the record date on the dividend. Now, normally, if I do a dividend play, I would buy it, hold it through the dividend because the dividend is going to dilute the share price. So 87 cents a share, it's going to dilute the share price of ExxonMobil by 87 cents. Depending on the stock, depending on their history, then I hold it. Once it gets profitable, I sell it, take a small profit on that, and then I take the dividend gain I got on the dividend, if it's got a history of doing that. If you take a look at something like ExxonMobil, and you look at the divvy paid out here, you would have had to hold it 1, 2, 3. Well, it paid out here, but it went X somewhere back here. You got to look at when it goes X. Like, that's interesting. 87 cents, but the pay date is going to be the 12th of June, where normally it's the 12th of May. Or it's going to be the 10th of June. Normally it's May 12th. Huh. So they're they adjusted their pay dates on their dividends. So they moved forward their dividend pay date by a month. They did it in March, where it paid in February of last year, right? Now they're doing it in June. So March and June. November. February. So 10th of February, 12th of May, 12th of August, 10th of November, 9th of February, but now they're going to go to June 10th. So 4 months in between dividends. So is that a cash play? What do you think? That's interesting. Very curious. Options straddle prices for stocks expected to record. They come. This empty newswire comes out with that all the time. Press Digest. Amazon will increase pay between 50 cents and $3 an hour for 500,000 workers in its warehouses, delivery network, and fulfillment teams. Oh, look at this. Huh. The SEC enforcement director, the guy in charge of going after all the hedge funds, Alex O, has resigned following a federal court ruling in a case involving one of her corporate clients, Exxonmobil, just days after taking the job. Wow. Ford Motor Company said that the global shortage of computer chips will take a greater toll on its business. Yep, we knew that. New York. This is unbelievable. This is how to kill businesses. This is how you do it. New York City sued the fast food giant Chipotle Mexican Grill, CMG symbol, over what it says are hundreds of thousands of violations of a fair scheduling law at several dozen stores, and seeks $150 million in relief for employees. They're not looking for relief for employees. They're looking for the fine that the city can use to fill their coffers. New York City is famous for hating small businesses. They will regulate you and tax you to death, and license fees and just the littlest things from stories I've read on the internet. Really don't like that city very much. Let's see here. They announced a discovery. They did have some news where they settled a contract deal. Oops. I wanted the internet. I didn't want that one. Hold on a second. XOM News. They settled a contract thing for a factory in Texas. But that's not new. Let's see here. Let's try this. No, that's going to be market-wise. That's not going to be good. Normalized target value of Exxonmobil stock. For example, if we divide the dividend per share of $3.48 by the average yield of 4.96%, the result is a target price of $70 per share. Okay. Is a beat in store for Exxon Q1 earnings? All right, because this is Yahoo, we'll click on this. But they're going to talk about their trading thing. Is expected to beat first quarter 2021 earnings when it reports tomorrow morning before the opening bell. When you see, here's why. When you see a trend and estimate revision, when you see analyst estimates It has 6 upward revisions. Look at this paragraph right here. When usually a company has upward revisions to their quarterly estimate before earnings, that usually is a very rough estimate that the majority of those analysts think that they're going to beat the consensus. So the company earnings estimate is that it'll come in at 64 cents, but the consensus estimate is 59, which would be a beat of, 5 cents. The storm in February in Texas, we knew that caused some issues, but then the increase in fuel prices kind of offset that a little bit. Okay, so let's just go XOM since we're in finance here, and let's go news. I know I read a story on them. So it must not have been a big deal. So Exxon Beaumont, Union S, oil giant to resume contract talks. I think they solved this, and I don't know why it's not coming up here on news. Let me check Schwab and see what it comes out to. But I want to look at this SEC thing. 15 hours ago. On the job for 5 days and already she resigned. What the heck, dude? I just clicked on that. Quit clicking off of it. So you got to be careful with Yahoo. You come over here and you click and it'll take you back to where you were. Alex O's surprise move announced just a week after she got the job means Gensler won't have his preferred pick leading what's arguably the agency's most important division. Melissa Hodgman, who was previously serving as acting director, will return to that role. Okay. So used to have a corporate client of the firm she was at, which included Exxonmobil. She defended the oil company against 2-decade-old allegations that supported killings and tortures in Indonesia. Okay. Her conduct during the litigation was called into question this week by a district judge overseeing the case. Wants to say why she shouldn't be sanctioned for alleging that her opposing counsel was agitated, disrespectful, and unhinged during a deposition without providing evidence. Huh. So while you're sitting there waiting for the SEC to go after funds like Citadel and Melvin Capital and everything, there's nobody at the helm. Sorry, just facts and truth there. All right. So those call options, I'm going to hold them through earnings. I've got 80 of those call options at $60. I was profitable on them this morning. Now I'm sure I'm back down on them. Yeah, I'm still up $900 today, but it's down $1,400 again. But that's because it peaked up to 59. So again, we got to take a look at this again. If I continue to think that oil is going to continue to go burr and go up, I still like the play. All right, Palantir 2308 jumped off of its bottom there at 22.93. Ouch. $1.08 on the options. Apple 134.27. That bounced up. A little bit. There we go. Let's see. Into .2%. Boeing 234.12. FAA orders Boeing to repair electrical parts of certain 737 MAX jets. They are doing that. What are they saying? That the airlines don't have to do it? They have to do it? Has ordered Boeing to repair the electrical parts after receiving a report of an electrical bonding and grounding issue discovered during testing of newly manufactured 737 airplanes. Oh, they issued an AD. So an AD is what's called an airworthiness directive. And that basically says the FAA says it's unsafe and it needs to be fixed. So the AD affected 109 airplanes. Repairs include the modification of the electrical bonding of certain support panel assemblies installed in the flight deck. Ooh, ouch. So when you get in the flight deck, there's a lot of stuff going on in there. So all they did was issue an AD. That came out in the middle of the night. Saying they got to fix the thing. Now it's dropping. NASDAQ is negative, by the way. S&P is still up 8. NASDAQ is down 21. And now the Dow is negative as well, down 3. So all those gains from this morning are gone. They are gone. And everything's selling off again. Let's see here. IBM to acquire somebody. All right, fiscal stimulus fires up U.S. economy, labor market recovering, but still jobs or more gains than last, or more claims for unemployment than last week by about 30,000. As hit record highs. Biden traveling to voting rights hotspot Georgia. Whatever. Caterpillar flags supply chain risks as global recovery boosts earnings. India infections top 18 million as gravediggers work around the clock. Merck sees bigger hit to full year sale from pandemic. Next generation of bankers fear for the future. Okay. McDonald's sales growth breaches 2019 levels as pandemic curbs ease. Euro area bonds next shoe to drop as vaccinations accelerate. MasterCard profit beats estimates as consumer spending improves. A lot of people think consumer spending might increase for the U.S. but drop for overseas goods. Chip shortage exposes Achilles heel of Germany's recovery. Again, who would have thought that these little chips would cause such a disruption in the supply chain of so many countries, ours included. Comcast beats quarterly revenue estimates fueled by broadband demand. Yep. Can therapy ease the trauma of U.S. Okay, whatever. I ain't reading that. U.S. military pressed to act on wave of child injuries in housing. All right. Most of the housing on military bases is contracted out, by the way. In case you didn't know that. They contract so much stuff that used to be run is now run by corporations. Hey, Palantir, there you go. You bouncing? S&P bouncing? Okay, little bounce back up on it. Again, careful though. Trend is still down, right? So that's good volume. That's really good volume. Credit Suisse raises price target to $400 from $371 on Facebook. Apple jumping up here. Good, good, good. I like that. All right. My Palantir options are now positive. So I ended up Why is that showing? If I only bought these options today, why is that showing a day change positive, but I've got a P&L loss of $130? $1.13 is my cost basis. So sometimes the P&L on Schwab Street Smart Edge doesn't necessarily match right up. I don't know why. It just does. All right, Exxonmobil jumping back up too, 58.79 now. So positive. I'm now positive on the day. I saw a thing on Facebook yesterday, and it said, oh, I gotta check an email. It basically said, pick the last thing you bought from Amazon, and that's the only thing you can use as a weapon in the next battle. Like you're in war, and this is what you got to go to battle with. And I didn't post to it, but I was like, okay, I guess I'm going to war with an LG refrigerator filter. So I changed all my filters on my Culligan reverse osmosis drinking water system, and the ice maker works, but so even though I have reverse osmosis short RO going to my refrigerator, you still got to change the filter because mine won't take a plug for some reason. So I got a new one coming today, and I'm hoping that solves it. It makes ice, the water is just super slow. Oops. All right, let's see here. Do that. All right, bear with me. I got to answer an email. Okay. All right. Okay, took care of that. All right, Apple 134.18. Palantir 23.16. I'll take that. I'm about 400 on the day. All right, so Dow still down. Dow down 28. NASDAQ down 11. S&P still holding on, up 7. Had a little bit of a bounce here, but when you look at a 3-minute chart, you can see what the trend is, right? After 30 seconds, back to the NASDAQ. Let's go to the heat map, just for grins and giggles here. Now you got a mix. Now you got some red in there. Microsoft down, Adobe down, Nvidia down, AMD down, Micron down, Tesla down, Merck, AbbVie, Amgen, Gilead, Bristol Myers Squibb down, MasterCard down, PayPal down, Visa up, American Express up, Capital One up. All the major banks are up. JP Morgan, Citigroup, Wells Fargo, Bank of America. Regional banks, USB, PNC, TFC, all up. All regionals are up as well. Energy still up. Oil and gas with some mix. Occidental down a little bit. Capital Oil down a little bit. Marathon. Hess up. Again, Hess was the first one to report earnings this round. Let's look at them. I don't own any. I've never owned any Hess. But they had a nice run after their beat. Look at that. $69 up to 76. So 69 divided by 76 equals -1. 9%, 9.2%. So again, that because of Hess, because of BP News, because of consensus estimate revisions, now the question is, okay, if Exxon's going to beat, Is that the expectation? And because of that, with the increase in oil per barrel of light crude up 97 cents, don't worry about this. We're almost back up to 65, and Brent crude up to 68. Is this baked in? Is the gain baked in? Good question. 5-minute chart, 3-minute chart. So is this right here? Now, the majority of this is because of oil. If you look at oil, you can see the jump. The 10-minute chart on oil, you see the jump here, and because it trades a lot more hours in the day than Exxonmobil, then you go to Exxonmobil and go back to a 3-minute, and you see these jumps. They correspond with increases in oil on the open for the net effect of what oil did because the market was open while ExxonMobil's market was closed. So that's why I get these run-ups. It's more due to oil versus earnings. So now let's go to 1-hour chart. And actually, let's go to a daily. Sorry. Let's go to a daily. You can see earnings jump up. Earnings, couple days, jumps up. Earnings, couple days, jumps up, starts the run. Earnings went down. And they surprised in May of last year. So they reported 53 cents. The expectation was the estimate was a penny. So 52 cents surprise, and it went down. Estimate 61-cent loss. They lost 70 cents, but it went up. Estimate 26 cents, reported 18 cents loss. So that's better. It's still a loss, but an 8-cent beat went up. But again, from here, from November, that's when the oil run started, right? That's when we got that big oil run. So the last one here in February, estimate was for 8/10 of a cent. They beat by 2 cents, coming in at a 3-cent profit, and then it went up. But again, it's a combination. So in a combination of increasing oil prices and earnings expectations that it may beat, I don't know what it's going to do. You would think that it's got to be a bullish estimate going forward, though. And the reason why is demand. As we, India aside, I feel very, very sorry for the folks in India going through what they're going through. Again, if we would have given everybody N95 masks, and the CDC still says, oh yeah, save the N95 masks for the first responders and healthcare workers. You know what? That's for US CDC. I have N95 masks. I bought them myself. Kimberly-Clark ones off of Amazon. And because those are the ones that work. Cloth masks, sorry. N95s are the only ones that work, in my opinion. Because they protect you. And that's the way it should be. So cloth masks are better than nothing, I guess. But N95s are the ones that we should have given to everybody that was a seasoned citizen or elderly. Should have got N95 masks. And the whole world should have. If the whole world would have done it, we probably would have had a lot less people pass away from this. Anywho, all right, that's my rant. Okay, Apple 134.06 coming back down a little bit. Here, let's look at that, and you say base. Come over here and say that looks great. Palantir, 23.25. Hey, all right, Palantir. Up about $700 now on the day. All right, Palantir, I got you. Exxon's still falling off here. My spidey sense tells me that it should go up. I am a little concerned about the big run up. Well, it pulled back a little bit. If it pops overnight again up to 65, it just continues. Leg up, consolidate, leg up, consolidate, leg up. Big leg up. You know, how much demand? Again, you know, OPEC Plus came out on Tuesday, and they said that they are going to start increasing output on May 1st. But there's going to be a lag in there. So at some point, inventories are going to start to contract as the economies open up. And yeah, maybe the U.S. opens up quicker than some of the other economies, but China, India is a sore spot, and that's unfortunate what they have going on. Let's see what they're up to today here. India Times is where I can get news from there. Let's see. Recovered young adults can catch COVID-19 again. Vaccine necessary, according to Lancet. Lancet is a huge medical research group. A lot of people look to them for advice. This MP village has not recorded a single case of COVID thanks to the women guarding it. You're not coming in. Let's see. Google saved over $1 billion in 2020 thanks to employees working from home. Yeah, why send them back to the office? A guy drives 1,400 kilometers to Noida with oxygen cylinder for his friend who is down with COVID-19. Wow. States that allowed mass gatherings register exponential spike in COVID caseload. Hey, by the way, if you want to see something cool, there's a thing out there, and it's called the Wagah Atari border ceremony. And if you've never seen this thing, pretty wild. It's India and Pakistan's border, and they've been doing this for a few decades now, and it's called the retreat ceremony, and they do it, and then there's thousands of people that watch it, but it's crazy. Let's see if it comes up here. You got Pakistan over here, you got India over here, and this is the border. So they don't cross the border, but you also got guards with guns on both sides. And you do these high leg kicks. Look at the Pakistan guy. Yeah, that's like this thing they do. And they all got these handlebar mustaches. And they clap and do all kinds of things. It's wild. Here's one from the Pakistan side. So this is from the Pakistan side. See if we can get to it. So this is the Pakistan side. This is what we do. Oh, market's green now. S&P up 15, NASDAQ up 15, Dow up 30. So this is the Wagah border. And thousands of people from Pakistan watch it. Thousands of people from India watch it. They'll fix their hats. You know, it's just egos, right? Just and you know, this is serious stuff. There's border skirmishes with these two countries all the time. All the time. Like killings. So they came up with this to diffuse tensions between the two countries. And so they all wear these goofy hats and it's just posture and everything else. Anyway, if you want, so it's called the Wagah border, Pakistan HD. Let's see, share. I'll put the link in the chat. But if you've never seen that, and I forget when I saw that, but I just think it's hilarious, and you know what? Not necessarily a bad thing, to diffuse things. All right, I missed some chats here. Sorry about that. Yeah, I remember when the U.S. Postal Service was supposed to send 6 masks to everyone, then scrapped that plan. Not sure if they were N95s. Probably not. Yep. Nokia is finally making moves. Haha, dance off. Yeah, it's a total dance off, basically. But it's posturing. But they do it to foster peace. Now they show them closing up the border for the day, right? That's what it does. But during the day, it's like there's nothing going on. There's people passing back and forth all the time, from Pakistan to India, India to Pakistan. But it's called the Wagah border retreat, and you should watch it from both sides. Find an HD video of the India side and find a video of the Pakistan side, and watch both of the reactions, the posturing, the fixing of the hat, the playing with their mustaches. I just think it's hilarious, and hey, if it causes peace to break out, I'm a fan of that. All right, Dow. See, we did that and the market went green. All right, so Dow is now up 32. NASDAQ is up 17. S&P is up 15. Apple 134.32. It's up a little bit, but I'm still negative. 23.30 on Palantir. Did we catch the bottom on that thing? Maybe, maybe not. Maybe, maybe not. But I'm up almost $1,000 today, so I'll take it. So I didn't get my options at the bottom. Those things are at $1.18 now. But they're up like $300. I'm up on those right now. So I'm up over 1,000 today. Coinbase still down $1.45. So subtract 300 probably from that. So maybe I'm up like $800. All right, let's see. S&P heading up. VIX heading down again, but down to 17.5. It got up to 18.2. That's a huge run from where it was this morning. Market opened. Where are we at? We're at 17.1. So it went up a full 1.1 points. The VIX index did. Now it's pulled back 0.7 since then. Okay. All right, AMC down 34 cents, 10.50. That's going to be a battle for 11 or 10.50. Probably a battle for 10.50. GameStop down 5. You know, a lot of the techs are down. Coinbase down. Palantir down, but we're up off the bottom, and we bought some down here. Tesla down 10. Exxonmobil holding this 58.70 is starting to form a base here, between 58.50 and 80. Yeah, 50. Yeah, between 50 and 80. It's got a 30-cent range here. It's been trading into. Apple positive on the day. Again, they blew out earnings yesterday. Their new iPad Pros came out. They announced those a couple weeks ago, or was it last week? I don't even remember now. They also blew out their earnings. You have the iPhone 12 that are basically, the carriers are selling those things like crazy, and they basically said they were pleased with the iPhone XL and the X. So the only Apple product I own is my iPad Pro, and I love that thing. It's great for just carrying around the house or whatever, watching stuff. If I'm doing something else, I can bring the market with me, basically. AMD down 31 cents. Oops, sorry, I didn't mean to do it on this chart. $134.45 on Apple. There we go. Nice pop. That's a good run off the bottom here. Hold on. Look at that. Oh, that's a 1 hour chart. Come here. Still a nice jump off the bottom. Ha. I usually don't like to take the bottom wick of a candle. I'll take a candle close on a negative one, and forget about this one. Let's look more recently, and I'll tell you why I like this. All right, it's up 0.5%, but the reason I like this is, look, you have higher lows, higher lows, higher lows, higher high, lower high, higher high, higher high. It's got to bust through this 134.50 if it's gonna continue any upside, though. You can watch that for a minute while you hydrate. Ice. That ice is from yesterday. That's what I have on my nightstand. All right, a little bit of resistance here, and there we go, and there's a red candle. VIX though, 17.5. Let's see if it holds here and see if we get a little bounce. The volume doesn't exceed the buy volume on 1, 2, 3, 4 the priors. So it's still a battle, but here's the thing though. It takes less sell volume than buy volume to drag the price down. Why? Because you have high frequency traders. If they're trying to drive it down, either to buy it at a slightly lower price because they like the trend, that's what they'll do. And it doesn't take greater volume to drive it right back down to erase what this did. So it's interesting, and that's what you see happening here. This was an overall market decline. This to a certain extent too, but you can time it and say, okay, this was 745 to 750, exactly 5 minutes. When you see either selling or buying pressure on a stock and it's going for even increments, 5 minutes, 20 minutes, 25 minutes, and then it turns, that's probably algorithm, what they call program trading, probably coming into play. So are we seeing some of that here now? Possibly. You can look at it and you can say, well, how do you know that that's happening? Well, each of these candles is ending lower. There's no top wicks on any of these down candles. Initially, you had a few, but most of them didn't have any top wicks above. So the candle close was below and it wicked bottom. Where you see on the buy side, this is even buying and selling because you got wicks on both sides of the candles. It's just my opinion. I don't know what I'm talking about. Just a guy on the internet. Palantir pulling back. Exxon pulling back. What's Softy doing today? Oh, keep doing it on this chart. Low volume. Well, no, not really. 17 out of 24 million shares. Oh, I want to check volume on Apple. Apple is doing 68 out of 77. So basically, in the first 2 hours, Apple's done 88% of its volume. Palantir, probably not. Yeah, 15 and 35. 42% of its volume. Coinbase, not even close. 1.2 out of 10. So 12% of their volume, maybe. 1.22 divided into, whoops, where are we at here? 10.11. Yeah, 12% of its volume. Boeing, low volume. 44% of its volume. So not bad. You know, on a day when you got a negative stock and you got low volume, what that means is the next time it does pop up and you get that higher volume, it should bode well for the stock. Which is, you know, is Palantir going to make a break to the upside? I don't know. They're at 42%. We're only 2 hours into the market. I hope so. 3 minute. Three-minute chart would have had you making 0.5%, or about 11 cents a share. And the reason I do this, I take the buy signal because sometimes it lags. So I say, okay, if you bought in the middle of this candle and sold, you know, at the top end of the sell candle, anticipating it off of this candle here. But in reality, you would have been down here. I don't know if I would have sold here. Probably not, because the volume was less. I may have held through here. My options are $1.14 now, so I'm positive on my options by about $100. Still positive on the day, but a lot less, only up 300 or so now because of this. Coinbase is in my retirement account, so I'm not doing anything with that. Nvidia pulled off of its high of 648 a little while back. Amazon broke through their earnings. Check this out. Amazon historically favors adding to earnings driven after hours declines and next day trade evenly mixed on plus side. What the hell does that even mean? Amazon offers traders a modest history of next day outperformance following earnings driven after hours trade. All right. Looking deeper into Amazon's data, it has seen an earnings driven after hours decline in 39 of the 69 quarters we've tracked. Okay. And they're expecting $9.64 a share. So we'll see. They're going to report after the close here today. We looked at earnings. We didn't look at the map though. All three averages still green. S&P up 12, NASDAQ up 7.94, Dow was up 17. So you have Amazon after the close today, Gilead after the close, and then two big ones for me tomorrow, Chevron and Exxon. Both report before the open. So I will be up early, and I will be online. I don't know if I'll be on a half hour before the open, maybe. I'm thinking about setting an alarm to get up even earlier. So we'll see. We'll see on that. McDonald's up $1.45, but look at Amazon. So they're basically taking all the gains from Google and Apple, But Amazon is so different, but they're still a tech. So the expectation is they're going to beat. I'm telling you right now, they're going to beat. Not tax or financial advice. I don't own any Amazon. Caterpillar beat their expectations, but they're trading down 2.5% because it was baked in. And that's my worry on Exxon a little bit. GM getting hit hard. Home Depot, we talked a little bit about them yesterday based on front-running hurricane season, as it were. Go to a daily chart, but they are so high. Basically, if you would bought the first week of March, let's say you missed the bottom here and got it here, 25% gain in a month, almost 2 months. So huge gains for them. If you would have bought it last year, let's get an exact. Let's say you bought on this candle here, 25% over 51 days. 25%. But everything else is going up too. All right, 30-second chart. Roblox pulling back a little bit. Lowe's up as well. So again, I think if you're going to do a hurricane play, might be too late for Home Depot. They report on May 18th. And where they're making money is, look, lumber. When I rebuilt my master's bedroom balcony, which is on the second floor, I rebuilt that whole thing and redid it myself. And lumber prices, when I first priced it out, it was like another $500 for all the wood, and lumber has just gone through the roof. Go back up to Ford for a second. That's a play. I have 100 shares of Ford. I want to buy them back. I want to buy some more. But I think I need to exhibit a little bit of patience here on that. Apple 134.42. Okay, again, it's 134.50. It's got to break. It's got to break that. Last time it came close. Hit the 134.50 and bounce down. So that's the test, right? Let's see here. And of course, Facebook beat their earnings to revenue and on both revenue and earnings per share. Ford. That volume, man. 122 million shares on Ford. Average volume of 58. What did I sell my Ford at? Somewhere in this range. 13. I thought somewhere in the 13s, or was it maybe the 12s? I don't even remember. But there were some good profits there. So now, on the pullback, do I want to get some more? Maybe some options. I have to do a little due diligence after that. All right. Let's see here. This is some weird music. Let's get something else here. Let's see here. Little rock. You can try that. So Ford. Missed the bottom? $11.14. Up 1.74% in right about an hour or so. Yeah, right about an hour. I don't know why that came in over there. I wanted to put it right here to right here. So 1.77% gain off the bottom and a 20-cent move in an hour. 54 minutes and 30 seconds from Ford. Does he even see that? .30-second chart. I'm sure it gave a buy too on the 3-minute. Yeah, 15 minutes after that bottom. Well, that looks goofy. But 124 million shares traded on it. Well, that's a huge dump, man. 8% down because they can't get chips, and they're not going to get chips until summer. I mean, they're getting chips, but it's a smaller supply. They've had to second source it because of that fire in Japan. All right, we have VIX is 17.8, slight rise. Dow down 23.9, or down 24. What is that? Get that off of there. I don't like to see the externals during the day because they don't apply. All right, Dow is up 19. NASDAQ is up 1. So basically we're back to a flat day. S&P up 10.9, up 0.25% on the S&P. SPY, volatility. Back to the SPX. But it's the same thing. Yes, it is. Apple pulling back. Palantir dropping. As the NASDAQ goes, I think. Yep. All right. I think that is going to just about do it for today. Things to do, people to see, places to go. I don't like to leave on this note, though. It's a negative. Let's see here. Seeing if there's anything else here. All right, it's kind of funny. All right, so if you watched the speech last night, you saw all the social distancing and the fist bumps and the, you know, 6 feet apart, 6 feet apart. And then, after the speech was over, all the Democrats said, hey, here's all your social distancing. Here's the reality. Turn off the cameras. Ain't nobody 6 feet apart. So just the hypocrisy of it all. It's just hypocrites. A room full of lawmakers who have been fully vaccinated, and yet they are all wearing face burqas. Alright, that's going to get my video removed. Glad all those fully vaccinated members of Congress got together indoors with masks on while social distancing, not even seated near one another. Sends a good message about the efficacy of vaccines, though now Democrats are swarming Biden, so I guess the theater is mostly over. More Democrat social distancing examples. Some scientists may even call this a crowd. Support my pillow. All right. I couldn't help myself. Just the hypocrisy on both sides is just term limits. All right, 134.01. Apple continuing its decline. Palantir 23.06. I have to climb out of the basement on these things. It's got me negative on the day, I bet. Yup. Now I'm down $500. All right, so be careful today, folks. Dow is up 26. NASDAQ is down 15. S&P is up 9. And I believe that is going to do it for today. Today. All right, listen, thank you for tuning in today. We'll be back tomorrow. We're going to be back on tomorrow before the market opens. I promise. Now I have to do it. So once I get to Wyoming, I plan to do longer streams and more content. But I got to get this house ready to sell. And my problem is I'm a bit of a perfectionist. I get it. So I want to have things just right, and it will never be just right. So I got to get this thing ready to at least list it. All right, here we go. So last look at the markets here until tomorrow. Dow is up 27. NASDAQ down 15. S&P up 9. And the VIX is at 17.8, heading back up towards 18. So thank you for tuning in. I love you guys. I really appreciate you being here. I hope you find the content enjoyable. And that's going to do it for today. We'll be back tomorrow morning before the oh, one more thing. If you're interested and you want to watch it, CNBC at 11 o'clock is having their stock draft. And so that's the picture we use. All right, there's a guy on Twitch that I watch. And it's this guy right here. And he's known as the stock guy. And so this should be... Anyway, this is at 11 o'clock today Pacific, so I'll be watching it. I won't be streaming it because my video will get removed. But I'll be watching it on CNBC. I don't get cable, so I don't subscribe to CNBC. I get CNBC through Charles Schwab and my Street Smart Edge software. So what I can do is I think I've shown that to you guys before. But what I can do is I can do this, and I can drag this, over here like so. And then I can go Launch Tools, CNBC. I drag it over here. And I usually make it a little bit bigger, right to there or so. And then I can watch CNBC. Those options are at $1.09 now. Palantir's at 23.07. My 500 shares I still have left are at 20. My cost basis on those is $23.94. I sold some at a 1 cent. I think it was a 1 cent profit yesterday at $23.83 or so on the aftermarket close. So now I just get stuff ready for when I go off stream here. So CNBC, I get that on my brokerage platform for free.
Can I Amazon again?
There it is. So that's what I do with that. So I'll be watching that today. I want to watch the stock draft. They do this once a year. Let's see.
Welcome back. The CNBC annual stock draft is coming back after a one-year hiatus due to the pandemic. Well, we're going virtual, but we're still going to do it right here on Power Lunch next Thursday at 2 p.m. Eastern. The same big stock names are up for grabs, including some new SPACs, IPOs, and Reddit Jason Frank, TikTok star Josh Richards, supermodel Petra Nemkova, Olympic swimmer Ryan Murphy, LA Sparks coach Derek Fisher, and mentalist Oz Perlman. Iguodala, draft veterans, tips, and Reddit favorites, and even bigger celebrities, athletes, and investors are coming to us from all over the country. So the teams this year include Miami Heat's Andre Iguodala, draft veterans Tim Seymour and Kevin O'Leary, poker player Maria Ho, Twitch streamer Jason Frank, TikTok star Josh Richards, supermodel Petra Nemkova, Olympic swimmer.
So I watch it. He's hilarious. He's known as the
Fisher and mentalist.
So Jason Frank is known on Twitch as the stock guy. And it's funny content. I watch it once in a while. And so anyway, the stock draft is today. It'll have Kevin O'Leary on there. Andre, I'm going to get his name wrong. Andre Iguodala from the Miami Heat. Tim Seymour, Fast Money. Petra Nemkova, supermodel. Maria Ho, a poker player. Oz Perlman, the mentalist, or a mentalist. I don't even know what that is. Jason Frank, Twitch streamer. TikTok star Josh Richards, nice hair. Olympic swimmer Ryan Murphy, and Derek Fisher, who's the LA Sparks coach. So each team makes 2 picks from a list of 60 stocks and other investments. The winner is the team whose stocks have the highest average price appreciation between the closing price on April 29th, 2021, and the close on February 11th, 2022. So they didn't do this last year because of the pandemic. So they're doing a stock draft again. Again, that's today at 11 o'clock Pacific, 2 o'clock Eastern. If you want to tune in, that is over on CNBC. So I'll be watching that for grins and giggles. So Palantir 23.14, jumping back up. Options are now at $1.12, so I'm 2 cents down, and my cost average is now 3 cents, now 4 cents down. 114, so 3 cents down. Quick look at the SPY, or there's the VIX. S&P still up 11. Coinbase down 2. Palantir down 70 cents, 23.15, but coming back up. Exxon 58.47, barely holding on to its gains. Up a little over 0.5%, 0.60. And Apple 133.85, pulled back again. Boeing 234.02. And Ford, I don't know. I have to watch this one. I want to get some more. Maybe some options. I don't know if I want to go long term and go leap still. All right, folks, that's going to do it for today. Listen, thank you very, very much for tuning in. I love you guys. I really appreciate you coming in for the streams. Do me a favor, hit that subscribe button over on YouTube, hit the follow button on Twitch, hit the like on Facebook, comment down below. If I see questions during the stream, I usually answer every single one of them. And tell your friends about the stream if you like the content. And because we have a lot bigger plans and more stuff to come here as we get going. So until tomorrow, thank you very much for tuning in. Have a great day, night over there on Twitch. Have a great day as well. We'll see you all tomorrow, and have a great day. Bye now.